Hello friends, welcome back to my craft room, and thank you so much for being here. I do appreciate it. This is my event, just journaling around, and today we are doing spring love. So thank you all for coming in. I do appreciate it very much. Alright, so I'm like, what am I doing? Oh my goodness, it's been a long day, y'all. It has been a long day. And tomorrow's only going to be longer. So, hey there, Miss Sheila. Hello, Yadi and Miss Mary. Hello, welcome in, friends. Welcome in. I appreciate you guys popping in for my take 2 for today. I was very glad that Miss Carla was able to pop in and do the 5 o'clock spot so that I didn't end up doing 3 times. So, hello there, Miss Deb. How are you? Thank you so much for the sprinkles. I appreciate you very much. Alright. Hey, Miss Carla. I was just saying that I was so grateful that you were able to pop in and to cover me. And to help fill in one of the spots so that way I only had to come on twice today, not 3 times. So thank you so much for that. I really do appreciate it. It would have been 3 if, you know. Well, I didn't want to leave a gap right after Miss Sherry. And then, you know, I knew I was going to be at 5. But then something came up with Miss Marsha and she couldn't be on, so I was like, okay, well, I guess I'm gonna do 5 and 9. So I'm glad that you did. I loved that you did a flip album. Those are so fun to do. So if you guys did miss Miss Carla, her page is Carla's Bayou Creations, so make sure that you go and watch it. You can watch everybody from today on Tees Paper Crafting Friends events. That's a free group, and you get to see everybody from today and everybody from tomorrow. So yes, it has definitely been fun, so I'm very grateful for that. And Miss Sheila taught us how to do a pop-up, which I am totally going to try. Not right now, but I am going to try that, because I do want to, you know, I'll probably have to watch your live over and over again, but especially the gluing part, that, yeah, I'm gonna make a mess out of it. So but hey there, Miss Patty. Hello if I didn't say hi to you. So spring love, so anything of Valentine's, anything love, anything springy, so flowers, bunnies, if you want anything. It's just anywhere. That pop-up was amazing. It really was. Now I am going to try to do something that I saw. It is a die, but I want to see if I can accomplish it without a die. So fingers crossed it works. So fingers crossed that it works, okay? Alright. Yay. Hi, Miss Bonnie. Hello. Thank you for the sprinkles. I really appreciate it. Okay, so we are going to start off. We are going to need some cardstock. And I need to find a piece of... It can be... Like, you want it to be cardstock from what I was seeing, because it needs to essentially be sturdy enough that when you fold it, it doesn't fall apart. So, no, that's not gonna work. That's paper. I have a stack of like just random papers here that I'm like, okay, I'm gonna keep these out because I need to use, you know, try to use them. But if not, I'm just gonna go grab a solid piece, because these are not gonna work. Because I have scrapbook paper, but I don't have a solid piece of cardstock. What the heck? Lucky for me, I always have cardstock by my printer. So, like I said, I saw this and it was a die. And I was like, can I do that without having to purchase the die? So we are going to see if we can. Okay? We are going to try that, is what we're going to do. So I need, first of all, I need to do a round. And so I am going to use a ribbon round. And I'm going to mark it with my pencil. I'm excited to try and do that because I think it was really cool what you did. Okay. Sort of. My circle sucks. My circle making tracing skills are evidently subpar, y'all. I know that Miss Yachty was complaining because it's getting a little hot in Florida, and I get it because it does get really humid and stuff, and that's not really nice. But, you know, at the same time, I'm actually kind of glad that it's warm because come Friday, I'll be down in Miami, and Saturday, and I really want it to be nice and warm. So, anybody in the Miami area want to meet up? Not this weekend. It'd be next week. Okay, so the first things first. So this is about a 3 1/4. It's a 3 1/4 circle. So we're going to make some lines on it because I need to have a guide on it pretty much to help me. Now, if I had a compass, it would be a whole lot better, but yes, the diameter is 3 1/4. You can do it, I guess, any diameter. You don't want to go too small from what I was seeing. Okay. Like I said, this is going based off of a video from a product line, and they were showcasing a new die that they have, and I was like curious if I could do it without a die. And I think we can, and we're going to create it to go into one of my smash journals. Everybody has been. Ha ha ha, very funny. Look, my brain is half fried right now. Don't talk to me about math. You have to send some emails out. So I am folding it in half because I know my lines were so off that they're not even funny. Okay. Oh, and we get to peel, we get to try to peel and see if our... Yes, everybody has been amazing today. They really, truly have. You know, and I can't, and if today is any indicator of what tomorrow's going to be, I am super excited for it. I know that there's other events happening tomorrow, but if you get a chance, come and hang out with us. And if nothing else, you can always catch replays. But tomorrow we have another full day of spring love journaling And we start off with Miss Sherry. Sweet Miss Sherry, she will be doing a devotional for us. And then she will be crafting. So there's our half point, because I folded it. Alright. And then I'm going to fold it again. And the folds are going to help anyways, because we need to have kind of like that movement. And I'm just going to mark it so that that way we can find our center point. Okay, so that is our center right there. And we need that because we actually do need to cut this out. So we're going to be doing some folding, and I'm just lining up my folds with each other at this point. So, oh, Miss Amy, I kind of went down a rabbit hole with your you mentioned your Amazon favorites, and I kind of went down a rabbit hole with it while you were live. But could you send me the link to the book that that you had on your desk? I would love to be able to look for that. Alright, so we have 1, 2, and now we're going to fold it again. Again, I'm lining up all of my folds as I'm going. Oh, thank you. I'd appreciate that. Now, from what I was seeing with the die, kind of like what Miss Sheila did, we are going to have to cut a piece out, okay? And so I'm going to end up having to cut a piece out of it. Alright. And I don't know if I have to do another one or not. I guess it depends on how many you want to do. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and cut my one out. And we're going to see if, right now I have divided it and folded it to where I have 2, 4, 6, 8. So I'm going to take one out. Kind of like what, very similar actually to what Sheila was doing. Very, very similar to what she did. I think there was a lot more, but we're gonna see if this will work with doing the 8. And now that I folded them, we're kind of actually going to go in an accordion format. Okay, and try to get them all nice and folded up. Alright, and let me see, I'm gonna pull the image up right quick just so that I can kind of like compare as I'm doing stuff. Alright. And I'm going to go ahead and start cutting my squares while I'm at it too. So, let me pull that image back up again. Y'all, right now, the brain farts are for real. Oh, yeah, I think if I have it to where I can see it, it'll be easier. I think we shall see if I'm right about it or not. Okay. Oh, that is so not what I was looking for. Yeah, because then if I go this way, they have to be smaller. They have to be smaller. Well, we are going to be trying to figure it out together. I think that my problem is I'm supposed to have a circle in the middle, so I'm just using. And sorry if you guys hear my singing washing machine back there, but I'm trying to wash clothes so that I can leave everything with fresh bedding before I go. Trying to make sure that I leave the cats with a clean bed sheets. Yeah, so hopefully I will be able to show you guys what I am thinking. So the idea is that one side is supposed to be glued down, okay? And that as you move this, right, it's supposed to move them, and then you can move them back. Boom, 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 boom. So that's the idea. But these do need to be smaller though. So we'll have to fold these even more. That's the one thing, is that it will need to be smaller. So so we're just gonna keep on working on it and get it to the right measurement. That's all. Okay. Nothing that cannot be fixed with a little ingenuity. And then we're gonna cut our papers, and those I am gonna use regular paper for. Okay. So all I'm doing at this point is I am just doing them in a, yes, that's exactly what I'm working on, is a circular waterfall. That is exactly what I'm working on, because I'm like, there's got to be a way that we can do it without having to buy a die for it. Like, I know that everything is, oh, purchase this and it'll make it easier, but I'm like, there's got to be a way that we can do it without having to always buy stuff. And so I'm like, why not we experiment it together? But if you've done it, please, by all means, I am all ears. Give me all the input you have. Okay? Please, because I will hear in a heartbeat what you have to say. Okay? Like I said, I am definitely not the expert when it comes to waterfalls, but I like them. I like the idea of the pop-up, like what Miss Sherry did. Miss Sheila did, because that is really cute. We've had waterfalls today. We did the regular. Yeah, see, that's the thing. I'm trying to do it without the die, But yes, yeah, there is a die for it, and I'm like, oh, well, that's all neat and dandy, but can we do it without it? So we're going to play with this, and we're going to try to figure this out. What I am noticing is that the triangles are supposed to be a lot smaller than what I have it to be, so I am just trying to fold those and make them smaller. We're gonna try to work out the kinks ourselves. Look, Miss Carla, you didn't see me yesterday when I was putting this together, and it came with written instructions, and I still couldn't. I ended up doing my own thing because I was like, what? I actually had. There were some of you lovely ladies telling me, well, I think the instructions mean this, because I was like, I don't know what it means. I'm just gonna do this. Because I'm just bad like that. I'm just bad like that. So I don't do good with written instructions. And I know that that's the whole reason why they came out with the die recently, was because it does make it easier. But again, there's people were doing the die this before there was a die. Right? So, okay, there is my circle of circles things. Now to get some papers. Okay, so we are going to make squares because we need equal size squares. That much I do know. I was having issues with that folio. I was trying to read the instructions and be a good girl and follow the instructions, and I still didn't understand what they were trying to tell me. Y'all did, so, you know. Why must I fret when I have friends who can help me? Or I can just be, you know, go rogue and do it myself, the way I think. You know, right? Okay, so I am doing 2.5 inches. That is what I am working on. We're gonna do 2.5 inches. And we'll see. I do know we're gonna need like a brad, something to help rotate. I know that much. So we're gonna work on that as well. And then now we're gonna do 2.5 the other way. Sorry, excuse me. Hello there, Miss Linda. How are you, my friend? I hope you are doing well. We are experimenting, which is one of my most favorite things to do. I want to see if I can figure out how to do the circular or spiral waterfall without the die. So we shall see. Fingers crossed, right? Okay. I have, how many do I have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. And I have, how many have I cut so far? I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Now we'll go ahead and do this one as well. But I do want to have 2 different color tones. So the other paper that I want to use will be a solid. Same size, 2.5 by 2.5. And this is just because we're trying it out. I'm sure that you can definitely do larger sizes, okay? Hey, Miss Beth, how are you doing, dear? Yes, it did. And oddly enough, it was the smallest out of all the boxes. I was like, oh my gosh, if I'm supposed to be getting a larger box, this is going to be something else. But no, it was actually the smallest out of them all. But yes, it did finally appear. How have you been feeling? Hello there, Miss Chandra. How are you doing this evening? We are doing my most favorite thing when it comes to crafting of any sort, whether it's paper or not, which is to experiment. So, two and a half by 2.5, and I am doing well, other than I just had a ginormous sneeze, and I think I scared everybody, including my cat that's sleeping next to me, because she gave me the dirty look. But other than that, I am doing well. Has been a bit of a long day today, but it has been a good day. I knew that this half of this, middle to end of the week was going to be busier than the earlier part of the week, just because I have to get everything ready before we leave. So no, I thought so too, but yes, thank you. I saw that. I appreciate it. They were all beautiful. The middle, the size of a paint cap. So what do I do with my ruler? So what is this? An inch? It's an inch. So I'm sure that we can make larger squares once we get, all of the technique down. So. Oh no, not again. Well, I will be praying for you. I'm so sorry that to hear that, Well, I am excited for that, but you need to also take care of yourself. I need to find containers on clearance now so that I have where to put them, because I have officially ran out of containers, and so now I actually need to figure it out. Yeah. Yup. Okay. Alright, so we're supposed to glue our squares onto this. So I'm going to use just my regular glue for this. And we're going to alternate the colors. That much I'm sure of, is that we have to alternate the colors. So we're going to go, here is the one, and then the next one that we're going to do is going to be, and I'm going above the folded line. Okay. Yes, I would love that. I would love if you could, because I would love to meet you in person, my dear. If nothing else, I would just love to meet you just to give you a big old hug. I was telling everyone that, I was on my Whatnot show the other day, and I was telling my friends there that I'm going on a crafting cruise, and it's, a lot of it is mostly, well, yes, I'm gonna have fun, or at least I'm going to try my best to have fun. Oh, I need to go check that out then. Yeah, I need some that are, like, not too big, but not too small. And I just, Walmart prices is insane. So see, you know, you alternate them so it's not like the whole same pattern all the time. But I would love to do a crafting cruise. I think that would be a lot of fun to do if we could do that. So I am going, and I'm going to be picking everybody's brain to see, you know, what the logistics for it is, and to see if anybody, you know, and try to put it together and see if anybody would, you know, be interested in doing that. And if, you know, if there's enough interest for it, I might plan it for next year. Oh, really? Oh, yeah, I'll definitely have to look into that then. See if they'll do the free delivery. I mean, we have a Lowe's that's not too far, but if I can get it delivered. And the only thing is right now, unless I make the money, yeah. Hubby just got his salary garnished, and y'all, this paycheck was the first one it hit. Holy camole, I'm so stressed out. Like, I was just having to pay the bill, our regular bills. I don't know how we're gonna make it. It's ridiculous. But this too shall pass. This too shall pass. So, you know. Oh. Yes, exactly. God will provide. He always has. I was telling hubby today, as he was getting ready to leave for work, right as Miss Amy was finishing up and I was getting ready to come. on. I told him, I'm like, I'm very stressed, and he's like, it'll be okay. He's like, you know, I'm stressed too, but it, you know, it'll be alright. And I'm like, I just hate it because I can't even try to help to make any money because, you know, I can't really try to sell anything because we're getting ready to leave, and then I'm gonna be gone for almost 2 weeks. So yeah, but God always has a way of providing and doing everything, and so I will not fret. Now, if y'all could do, you know, like the inking and all the things and that stuff, you know, so it'll be, you know, you can do all the nice things. I'm just doing this to try to practice it, okay? But y'all obviously can do all the extra goody prettiness to it. You know, extra little pictures. Every picture could be something different. I mean, all the stuff, right? So well, I think I'm gonna end up having to take one of those off. So I'm gonna put one on here, and then I'm gonna fold it up to see. I really do think that I'm gonna have to cut some of those off because, okay. And the reason why I say that I might need to cut these off, and you'll see what I mean, because if I continue, I'm going to come into, you see that, I'm going to, if I continue adding, I'm going to come into these, and so it might actually not work out so well. So I'm gonna, obviously the glue has not fully dried yet, but we're gonna make sure that these will fold properly. I did see a lot, I did see in like the tutorial that they did the with the dye that they used tape instead of glue. Maybe that might help, but you know, I like my glue. You just got to give it a little bit to dry, I guess, before you play with it some. Just because, I mean, it's folding and it's holding, so that's good, right? One thing I did notice was that obviously the dye is going to be a lot neater and prettier or whatever, but if we can figure this out and it looks nice, like, we'll be okay. It'll be okay. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and trim that extra. So instead of cutting one, I ended up cutting two. Okay? And we ended up cutting two out. The other thing that you need is some kind of mechanism to turn. Okay? So, I need, now this is where I am going to get a piece of cardstock. Let's see if I have a piece. Ooh, I just picked this up. Look at how pretty this is. This is one of the new Michaels, okay, they're no longer $4.99. They're $5.99 now. But still, it's still a really good deal. And it's all about lemons and stuff. But look at how pretty these colors are. Just perfect for summertime. I love it. I can't wait till we do something, and I do a lemon journal. Okay, let me see. Let me find something coordinating that would look pretty with the pinks. see if we can find something that, oh my gosh, look at how pretty that would be. We could do it on the foil as our background. Even doing it on blue would be nice. Let's see what other options we have. I'm not gonna do it on that. That's, no. Don't like the orange. I think the foil and the blue so far are my two favorites. You're working with me, okay. Yes, so I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 squares. Yes, ma'am. That is exactly what I have. I have 12 squares. Let's do it on the blue, only because I think the blue would be a little more, yeah, I'm gonna do it on that light blue from the back. I like that. So we're gonna work on this. Okay. Alright. Now, the size of this, because it needs to fit on here, this has essentially ended up measuring from one point to the other 7 3/4. So if we do a square at 8 1/4 by 7, 8 1/4 by 7, we'll have a nice background for it, okay? So we're going to do the 8 1/2 by 7. Yes, come on, work with me. We'll work together. We'll work through it. So 8 1/2 8 1/2 by 7. This is gonna be the main background for this. So it's gonna sit like right like that. Okay. You're not gonna fit in that journal, so you'll probably end up somewhere else. It'll be okay. No need to fret. And let's see if we can put we're gonna put this on another larger background, and the reason why we need that is because we have to make, hey there, Miss Wendy. Really? We are going to have to make the mechanism that turns this, okay? So you're gonna need to have 2 layers. You could either glue this straight into a journal. In my case, my journal that I was hoping to put it in is a little too small. This is my smash journal. It's just a book which I decorated the outside for an event and then realized that I did it upside down. So I did it upside down, y'all. But guess what? It's a smash journal, so you know, it doesn't matter because you're gonna end up covering it up anyways, so whatever. But this is not going to fit in there. I need a larger book or a larger journal, so I'm just doing it on that. And it's going to look pretty just like that. I ain't fretting about it, okay? And biggest reason why I'm doing the cardstock is because I want to make sure that it's going to hold it and give me that stability. Thank you, Miss Sherry, for sprinkling me out. I appreciate you. I am so glad that you were part of our event today, my friend. I really, really am. Okay, so we need something to move. Okay. So I am thinking that we can take a piece of this to make our little handle. Okay, and we just need to make essentially something that's gonna turn with this. Okay, do I have that other piece of cardstock? You know what, I'm just gonna do it in the white cardstock. It'll be fine. Okay, I'm gonna use what I already have, and I'm gonna grab and I'm gonna use this piece over here to make it. Yes, I'm so glad to hear that, Miss Sherry. Journaling is so much fun. Like, I don't do the writing part unless it's like maybe like a quick little note or a special date or something. I don't do the whole like really journaling part, but I love to do the creating and the you know, using all kinds of stuff, and it is so liberating because, like I told you, you do you. If it's good for you, that's what matters. You know? That is all that matters. Okay. So this is 4 3/4, but I think that might be a little too long, so we're actually going to trim it down to maybe about 4. And then we're gonna do I want it to be a whole inch? One and a half will be more than enough. 1 1/2 will be more than enough because half of 1 1/2. Other than this is not straight at all. What in the world? Half of 1 1/2 is 75. Right? So we are going to take it at 3/4. Should be about halfway through, and we're going to fold this in half. If it's perfect, great. If not, it'll be fine. You can always trim it up. And this is just because that way it'll make it, you know, more stable. Okay? So 1 1/2, and then scored it at 3/4. We're going to glue this part together. I'll put that away. And there goes my dryer, I think. I don't know. It's one of them things is singing at me now. I'm going to round these just because that's how they did it with the little die. So we're going to do it too, just so that it looks all nice and pretty. And we are going to glue this together. If my glue will work with me today. Yeah, we got 9 minutes to get this rolling. Because up after me is Miss Wendy. She is our last presenter for tonight. But we start back up tomorrow with more fun journaling items. And we're going to start off with a lovely devotional. Our beautiful Sherry from Sunshine Designs is going to start us off with a devotional at 11:45 Eastern Time. So if you can join us, that would be amazing. She does about 15 minutes, sometimes a little bit more, and then she goes into her crafting session, okay? So I'm just going to round this because they had it all rounded, but I'm, you know, like a circle, but we're going to round it and hope that this will be enough. It should be fine. If we have to do a full circle, we'll do a full circle. Okay, we are going to need a brad. I know, right? It's happy dances, because when somebody learns to love the journaling, you know, and it's something that we love, it's like, yeah, somebody else loves it too. Okay, so I need to make sure that I'm doing this the right way. This way, and this is the way. I gotta make sure that I'm gonna turn it the right way. That's gonna be the kicker. Which is the way that this thing is supposed to go? This goes now that part's confusing. I think I did need that extra piece to go onto there. That's what I'm thinking. Let me see something. Y'all hold your horses. Yeah, we did. Okay. So I know, Miss Sheila, you're doing it with me. We did need that extra piece. Okay. We were not supposed to cut it off. We did need it because it's supposed to be glued. Okay, and get a brad if you don't have one. Hopefully this is not too large of a brad. Oh, you come over here, flowers. They flip up. Well, they're supposed to flip up. I know, but it wasn't flipping. So, that's what I was saying. I think I ended up cutting that too soon. We did need it. Okay. Let's find us a pink brad. I didn't get a what punch? Oh, the little mini one? This corner rounder one, if I'm not mistaken, Miss Linda, this one came from Hobby Lobby. Hobby Lobby carries these teeny tiny ones that are to do the round. I do have the one that has the 3 sizes, but I love having that one. It's small enough. I have it right here and I have no issues with it. Okay. So this extra piece, okay, is supposed to go glued to this. Okay. So I'm just going to tuck it because I left too much white and I want to hide it. And as far as where did I get the binder for all the little mini things? I got mine originally off of Facebook Marketplace, but I got additional ones of these, and then I did see them at Joann's, and of course we don't have a Joann's anymore, but it is called Here, I want to let you screenshot it so you can Google Lens it. Yeah, I do like the small one too. No, I only pulled one off. One square. So instead of 12, I have 11 squares. It's called a Craft Mate. Okay? And if you... So, here we go. So, we are supposed to glue that there. And this bottom piece is what's going to hold everything in place. Yay! Awesome. I am sure that somebody else has got to have it now, since, you know, our wonderful Joanne's is no longer around. Somebody else has got to carry certain things, right? But yeah, that teeny tiny one, I said I found it at my Hobby Lobs. And it is super cute. Okay. So I just took one of those off. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. It would have been 12 if we didn't cut the extra piece off that I cut. Because that extra piece was supposed to be the one tucked. Okay? So when I do it again, I'll do it properly. Alright. The next thing I need to do is I need to make a hole in my middle. Kind of eyeball your middle here. And get you a hole punch that will, that's not going to go all the way in there. So we are going to use this. And I know Miss Wendy is getting started, but I know that also Miss Sheila wants me to get finished, so Miss Wendy, if you do go on right at 10, I will get you shared in, I promise. I just want to make sure that we finish this up. You got 10. Okay. Well, you know what? As long as it works, right? As long as it works is what I guess what we'll say. So, yeah. We'll do that. And then I do need to push this through. I guess we could put something maybe to... Ooh, that's hard. Let me... So yeah, at 10 o'clock, which is actually like right now, Miss Wendy will be going live. So please go watch her, but I do want to finish this up because I do want us to get through this process, especially since I've like started over and over and over again with it. I wonder though if that's gonna be enough or if we need to put yeah, that is totally going to hit. So I am going to round this to make it fit better. Okay. Alright, so here's my bread. Ba-dum. I said, I guess you could put something cute like a flower or something there if you wanted to. Now we need to attach this. That much I remember. So it's not long enough, but it'll be okay. It'll be fine. trying to give myself where I need to put my glue. And we're going to get our glue on here. The amount of times that I have to unblock my glue is ridiculous. So yes, if it was a little bit longer, you'd have a little bit more space with it. Let that dry for a second. Hey there, Miss Lindell, how are you? Alright, now you do want to glue, obviously not where this is, but you want to glue everything around down so you have a solid piece. And now see, look, okay, come on, slowly work with me. We already did all of y'all. And you are working slowly, but you're working. There we go. Look at that. Haha. Okay, maybe I need to pick you up. And there you are, finished. Bring it around. There we go. So. Ah, we got it. Miss Sheila, we got it. It was a bit of a pain, but we got it. So now I'm going to glue this to this piece of paper, and then I have this ready. I can put little individual pictures so that as you're doing this, you know, think about that. If this is in a book like this, and so you have individual pictures, as you're turning it, they're flipping upwards. Now I put my hearts in the wrong direction, but they're flipping. You see that? So I get to enjoy all of the little pictures, all of the little images, sayings, whatever it is that you want. Yay! We got it! Oh, thank you guys so much for putting up with me and my crazy ideas of trying to put this together. So, no, and it really doesn't need any dye. It does not. No need for the dye. We could figure it out. So, awesome sauce. I'm going to go and get Miss Wendy shared in. Thank you so much for hanging out with me. I am so happy. I feel so accomplished with this. So, and I'm glad we got it done. No need for a dye. We can figure it out. All we got is, you know, some creative ingenuity. I love you all. Thank you again so much for all the support of my events. I really appreciate it, and of my lives. I love you all very much. Let's go see Miss Wendy, okay? Bye, guys. Have a wonderful